guys. Are we going or what?
Okay.
Well, the sun is up and the wind is up. I got me bucket and me berry picking cup. I got me kettle and the bike's gassed up. It's berry picking time. Now it's on me bike and away I go, off to a favourite little spot I know. I got me wife and the kids in tow. It's berry picking time. Yeah, it's berry picking time here in Newfoundland. Get on the marsh and pick all you can. We know the berries are in high demand. Sure, they're $50 a gallon now. Yeah, we find our spot, then we settle down. There's lots of berries all around. The kids are busy and they don't make a sound. It's berry picking time. The sun still shines in the middle of the day, so it's off to the woods for a fine cup of tea. It sure feels good just to get away. It's berry picking time. Well, it's berry picking time and we'll stay all day. Fill our buckets and be on our way. We'll cash them in for a great day's pay. It's berry picking time. Well, the tea was good and we had a great scoff, but we better get going cause the berries are soft. We got somebody to buy the whole lot. It's berry picking time. There's a few flies now cause it's getting kinda hot. I hope nobody can find our spot. I can't believe all the berries we got. It's berry picking time. Well, it's berry picking time and we picked all we can. We sold a lot of berries and made a lot of jam. When next season comes we'll do it all again when it's berry picking time. Come on guys, we gotta go. The wind is dropping out. Come on guys, we gotta go. We're in flying car. Grew up in Lameline, a young man strong and brave. He had a heart that was divine, and life he tried to save. His name was Alexander, they called him Sandy King. He walked like a commander and could do most anything. On one cold winter's morning, he heard his mother cry. Oh, Sandy, I am very ill, I think I'm going to die. Oh, mother dear, if you are ill, to the doctor I will go. I am a man of strong will, I'll walk out o'er the snow. He walked out o'er the rolling hills and on to Grand Bank Pond. He got the medication for his mother, oh so fond. His mother waited for her son back home in Lameline. Searchers feared Alexander would never more be seen. Storm come on with drifting snow, the weather it was cold. This was a strong nor'easter, and so the story's told. Darkness closed upon the town, the neighbors gathered round, and little did they think they'd find him frozen on the ground. About 5 miles from his hometown, not far from Joseph's home, they found poor Sandy's body. He was lying on his stomach. A cross now stands there in the spot where Sandy died for love. In heaven his soul is saved by grace, he's soaring like a dove. This story is a true one, these words passed on to me. May Alexander rest in peace wherever he may be. On the southeast side of Salmonier Pond, the marker can be seen. A tribute to this hero, a brave man from Lamoline. A tribute to this hero, a brave man from Lamoline. Shining from these neon lights. There's no open meadow where a man can roam. City, I wanna go home. There's no grass growing on these city streets. There's no friendly faces on the people that I meet. I can stand in a crowd and be all alone. City, I wanna go home. Where a river is a river and a tree is a tree. Where I can find friendly country people like me. Where the whippoorwills sing and the green grass grows. City, I wanna go home. Ticket on a big Greyhound. Those wheels are humming and I'm homeward bound. Soon I won't ever have to feel alone. City, I'm on my way home. Where a river is a river and a tree is a tree. Where I can find friendly country people like me. Where the whippoorwills sing and the green grass grows. City, I wanna go home. Yeah, city, I've gotta go home. Yeah, city, I'm on my way home. I'm eastbound 401. I wanna rise with the morning sun. This great big city's no place for me. Down east country's where I wanna be. I'm eastbound 401. Look out highway, 'cause here I come. I'm eastbound 401.
Well, this here song began the day that I was born. And from the time I put this guitar in my hand, well, the neon lights called me to this land of opportunity. So I packed up all I owned and I moved on.
2 years have come and gone, but I don't feel the same. Guess I've had enough of this city life. Well, you know where I'll be found. Down East Coast is where I'm bound. My old car, my 2 guitars, and my wife.
I'm eastbound 401. I want to ride with the morning sun.
This great big city's no place for country's there I wanna be.
I'm eastbound 401. Look out highway, 'cause here I come. I'm eastbound 401.
I'm eastbound 401. I wanna rise with the morning sun. This great big city's no place for me. Down east country's where I gotta be. I'm eastbound 401. Look out highway, 'cause here I come, yeah. I'm eastbound 401.
I'm eastbound 401.
Good are the memories that I have from way back when I spent those long summer days hanging out with my friends, skimming rocks on the water or pushing our hoops. How I'd love to do it again.
enjoying those long summer days with some of my friends. Chasing larks in the meadow as they frolic in the new stacks of hay. On our way to the brook for a swim on a warm summer's day. If you could make it across King's Cove, I guess you were doing alright. Then it's back for a good game of cooking the galley that night.
Just awake in the morning to the sound of the seagulls above. This is a memory of home that I'll always love. And the smell of the turf smoke as it rises up into the sky. I know I could smell it right now if I just close my eyes. Oh, good are the memories that I have from way back when. I spent those long summer days hanging out with my friends. Hockey games on Lodge Road or swimming all day. How I'd love to do it again. Enjoying those long summer days with all of my friends.
Hear those make and break engines in the morning heading out through the cold. As you scrape out your ash pan and throw some more turf in the stove. Then you haul on your rubbers, 'cause it looks like the tide is just right. With a small bit of luck, boys, we'll be eating some lobsters tonight.
At the end of the evening, you could take a long walk on the strand and look for sand dollars, starfish or mussels or clams. Then sit on the sandbanks just watching the waves roll in. I cherish those memories and I can't wait to do it again. Oh, good are the memories that I have from way back when. I spent those long summer days hanging out with my friends.
Just tossing our pennies
or swimming all day. How I'd love to do it again.
enjoying those long summer days with some of my friends.
Good are the memories that we have from way back when. It's been some years ago since I left from my island to go to the mainland, like the old folks would say. As I walked up the gangway and I stood on the starboard and I gazed on the harbor on a great foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and we cursed when the fog rolled in, and we made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a gray foggy day. Wake in the early morn to the sound of the old foghorn, as we wait for the men to return with their boats in the bay. All these things I don't see no more when I lived on the old Cape shore, as we gazed on the boats on the morn of a gray foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and we cursed when the fog rolled in, and we made up the pay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a gray foggy day.
As my heart doesn't break from those old memories, old lovers and all used to be, I'll come home for to stay. I can still hear the ocean roar through the hills on the old Cape shore. There are no fishing boats anymore, but it's a great foggy day. Summer days, they were warmer then, when we laughed with the old fishermen, and they cursed when the fog rolled in, then they made up the hay. It's been more than a long, long time since I held you and called you mine, and we waited for the sun to shine on a gray foggy day.
And I pray that the sun will shine on a gray foggy day.
A break of day to pull traps in oilskin trousers on the Susie Jack, but tonight we're back with 1,000 pounds of lobsters. Oh, Shanty Town, we're gonna tear you down. We got the money coming out of me stockings. Tonight I'm due the bushwhack Sue, take her to the gumboot clogging crew, and we'll do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. There'll be fish and brews and cold hog stew and a bowl of clam chowder. Just see me reach for that Newfie screech when they diddle up the fiddle bit louder. Hear the French girl sing and the guitars ring and the squeeze box squeaking, he's squawking. Well, me and my Sue gonna whoop-de-doo, take her to the gumboot clogaroo, and we'll do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. The rocker shards and the girls from way down Trackety. How many blue nosers and hearing chokers, we don't really know exactly. Pack them all in tight and we'll dance all night. We'll get the old barn floor just a rockin'. Buy a ring-dang-doo for P.I. Sue. Take her to the gumboot clogaroo, and we'll do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. Oh, we sailed away at the break of day to pull traps in oilskin trousers on the Susie Jack, but tonight we're back with 1,000 pounds of lobsters. Oh, Shantytown, we're gonna tear you down. We got money coming out of these stockings. Tonight I'm due the bushwhack shoe. We'll take her to the gumboot clogaroo, and we'll do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. But tonight we're back with 1,000 pounds of lobsters. Oh, Shantytown, we're gonna tear you down. We got money coming out of these stockings. Tonight I'm due the bushwhack shoe, and take her to the gumboot clogaroo, and we'll do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. Take her to the gumboot clogaroo, and we'll do a little gumboot clogging, do a little gumboot clogging. This COVID-19 has turned our whole world upside down. Caught in a whirlwind, keeps spinning us round and around. Some days we are winning, some days we are losing, some days we don't know what to do. But the brave frontline workers are the ones that carry us through. You're working long hours away from your family and friends. From day shift to night shift, it seems like the shift never ends. But you're up to the task with your shields and your masks. You're determined to see this thing through. You're putting your lives on the line, and our hats off to you. Our hats off to you for all that you do. We're placing our lives in your hands. You're on the front lines, time after time, for whatever this virus demands. Your hours are long, but you keep hanging on. We appreciate all that you do. Hold fast, and this too shall pass. But right now, our hat's off to you. When all this is over and our world is turned upside right, we
should throw you a party and make it last all through the night. We should shout it out loud that you make us all proud, and we pray all your wishes come true. Yes, we'll shout it out loud that forever our hats off to you. Our hats off to you for all that you do. We're placing our lives in your hands. You're on the front lines, time after time, for whatever this virus demands. Your hours are long, but you keep hanging on. We appreciate all that you do. Hold fast, and this too shall pass. But right now, our hat's off to you. Our hat's off to you for all that you do. We're placing our lives in your hands. You're on the front lines, time after time, for whatever this virus demands. Your hours are long, but you keep holding on. We appreciate all that you do. Hold fast, and this too shall pass. But right now, our hat's off to you. If you listen, I'll tell you a story that happened one cold winter's night, when a man was so far from his senses. In a tragedy, he lost his life. For 3 or more weeks he'd been drinking alcohol, whiskey and beer. And I guess he was so far from his senses, the poor man knew nothing of fear. It is believed that he left with his garbage, dump it along the seashore. But he didn't know as he dumped it that he'd never return anymore. On the 18th day of December, a light and power crew in our town, while picking up rocks on the seashore, a frozen dead body they found. Shouted to a man in his window to tell him of this awful thing. And when Merle, he looked at the body, he knew it was Josiah King. Now the news was soon told to his relatives, the sad news we knew they would dread. And on the 18th day of December, Josiah King was found dead. Now according to the autopsy papers, Josiah King, he had drowned. But for those who think that he didn't, more evidence has yet to be found. His funeral was held on a Sunday, and attendance, I can say, was the best. as we all went to the church there as mourners to see this poor man laid to rest. Now his two-story house stands there empty, and it brings but one memory to me. At the death of poor old Josiah, there'll always be a great mystery.
When Friday evening rolls around, I'm glad that I'm the boss. Gonna make my way down to OLA, no matter what the cost. The boys are waiting for me down at Melvin's bar. They said they don't care what I bring, just bring that old guitar. Well, a slight right turn at Muddy Hole, I'm heading around the shore. The light is on in Max's shed, and he bikes out by the door. He left the motor running, and the high beam lights are on. A couple of beers at Melvin's bar, and we're heading for the pond. Where's come right in and sit right down, don't take off your shoes. Never turn your backs on old Max and drink your own damn booze. There's a feed of moose up on the stove, and the gravy's getting thicker. We're gonna have a time tonight here at the Northern Flicker. Name of God, Max, my son, how do you turn down the heat here? Good Lord Almighty, I'm not going to kill you.
Well, the bikes have all been loaded up, and Raymond's laughing loud. I can't wait to get on the go, there's gonna be some crowd. We got the beer and we got the grub, everything's just right. Come on, Mel, get her loaded up, we haven't got all night. We'll cross the brook at Blacktop Pond, and we're heading for the Droke. We'll stop there to have a beer, so Clint can have a toke. Couple of drinks and a couple of laughs, and we're loaded up and gone. We'll pass by the old Iron Cross on the east side of the pond. Now it's come right in, sit right down, don't take off your shoes. Never turn your backs out on Max and drink your own damn booze. There's a feed of moose up on the stove, and the gravy's getting thicker. We're gonna have a time tonight down at the Northern Flicker.
Get out of that, Max. What are you having at molasses? Get away from me with that. Well, the generator started up and the wood is in the stove. All the Martin boys are here and Willie from the Cove. And someone said that Gilbert is coming around the pond. I guess we'll hear the Nottingham Mist and the one about his mom.
Here we go now, boys.
There's come right in, sit right down, don't take off your shoes. Never turn your backs on old Max, drink your own damn booze. There's a feed of moose up on the stove, and the gravy's getting thicker.
That's some good, boy.
We're gonna have a time tonight here at the Northern Flicker. Well, it's 3 o'clock next evening, boys. I'm still getting sicker. Oh, me head. But what a time we had last night down at the Northern Flicker. Yeah, what a time we had last night down at the Northern Flicker.
sit on the edge of the shore, gazing out through the harbor, watching the foam on the waves make its mark on the sand. I can't help but think of the days of our forefathers, how they carved out a living by working the sea and the land.
There was always a fish on the flake and the fish on the table, and the work it was plenty from sun up until sundown. But those days are gone and I can't help but sit here and wonder, with no fish to catch, what will happen to our little town? Oh, the whitecaps are calling, they're calling me back to the sea, but the fishery is dying and there's nothing left here now for me. The plants are all closing and it's changing all our future plans, and they left us with nothing to do with these saltwater hands. On the sea to build my home around me, my family and friends were never too far from my side, but I guess I'll be heading out west to put food on the table. There's nothing to do but to change with the roll of the tide. Foghorn is wailing and the fog is sure coming in fast, so I take one more look across the harbor and think of the past, and the ghost of our forefathers calls out to me across the land, as I wipe away tears from my face with these saltwater hands. Oh, the whitecaps are calling, they're calling me back to the sea, but the fishery is dying and there's nothing left here now for me. The plants are all closing and it's changing all our future plans. They've left us with nothing to do with these saltwater hands. What will happen to those Newfoundlanders with saltwater hands?
journey ahead. But each time I travel this whole world o'er, I think of my home Newfoundland. Oh, I hear the seagulls calling me back, and never again will I roam. The seagulls are singing that song in my ear, take me back to my Newfoundland home.
Have gone by now, and I've settled down with a wife and a small family. My children I love, and I thank God above for a place we can live and be free. Now listen, my children, wherever you go, whatever your future may be, hold your heads high and don't be ashamed of your Newfoundland home by the sea. Oh, I hear the seagulls calling me back, and never again will I roam. The seagulls are singing that song to my ear, take me back to my Newfoundland home. Oh, I hear the seagulls calling me back, and never again will I roam. The seagulls keep singing that song to my ear, take me back to my Newfoundland home.
Yes, the seagulls keep singing that song in my ear,
take me back to my Newfoundland home.
For 500 years, our forefathers lived off the sea. With their skiffs and their dories, they built up a fine industry. And they didn't need scientists to take credit for the fish that they caught. Now it's all gone to hell, 'cause there's too many hands in the pot.
That crowd up in Ottawa, they relax in their leather back chairs. They say they know best, but we all know they really don't care. They're just Newfoundlanders, they're much too polite to get rough. But along came a fisherman, and he said, boys, enough is enough. And he said, I'm not kicking that can down the road anymore. I'm picking it up, and I'm dropping it off at their door. Our fishery is dying. If we don't fight to save it, who will? So come out and join me, I'm making my stand on the hill.
Department of Fisheries, they sit back and make up their rules. They're using their science to make fishermen look like they're fools.
Where's the politicians? They were here when they needed our votes. Well, if they can't give us quotas, then maybe they'll pay for our boats.
kicking this can down the road anymore. I'm picking it up and I'm dropping it off at their door. Our fishery is dying. If we don't fight to save it, who will? So come out and join me, I'm making my stand on the hill.
Yes, our fishery is dying. If we don't fight to save it, who will? So come out and join me, I'm making my stand on the hill. Come out and join Richard, he's making his stand on the hill. I'm a handy Newfoundlander, boys, I'm always doing stuff. I got lots of tools and gadgets, you can never have enough. And it doesn't really matter, you're a genius or a dummy. You're gonna live in Newfoundland, you got to have a chubby. I was helping out me buddy, he was working on his van. So passed me one of them chummies on the bench there in the can. We buys them by the dozen, cause they're handy to have around. You can usually buy them pretty cheap at any store in town. Well, I got chummies in me kitchen, and chummies in me shed. There's chummies in the trunk of me car and a couple of under the bed. You might be from the city, boy, or out around the bay, but every Newfoundlander uses a chummy every day. I remember a couple of winters ago, I went up on the pond. I met a couple of fellas there, said, how's you getting on? They said the trout was biting, even though the weather was cold. So I got a loner chummy, and I cut myself a hole. Well, I cut me hole with the chummy, and I got me bucket out. Got out me stove and frying pan, was waiting for me trout. I sat down on me bucket, and when I turned around, I knew I had a trout. Me chummy was bobbing up and down. Well, I got chummies in me kitchen, and chummies in me shed. There's chummies in the trunk of me car and a couple of under the bed. You might be from the city, boy, or out around the bay, but every Newfoundlander uses a chummy every day. Now you've often heard it said, if you want a happy life, the number one priority is to have a happy wife. Well, I knew what she'd been wanting, so I saved a bit of money, and I went to our pleasures, and I brought her home a chummy. We were sitting in the kitchen, I was visiting with me cousin. All of a sudden he said to me, do you hear something buzzing? The wife jumped from the table, her face was turning red. Oh darn, I left me chummy on, sure underneath the bed. We had a couple of couples in, we were playing a game of rummy. I seen the dog go out the door, he was dragging me Mrs. Chummy. We chasing around the garden, and twice around the pond. By the time we caught the bugger, sure most of his heat was gone. Oh, I got chummies in me kitchen, and chummies in me shed. There's chummies in the trunk of me car, and an extra one under the bed. You might be from the city, boys, or out around the bay, but every Newfoundlander uses a chummy every day. Oh, I got chummies up in the cupboards, and chummies under the stairs. There's chummies in every pocket of every jacket that I wear. You might be from the city, boy, or out around the bay, but every Newfoundlander uses a chummy every day. Yeah, you might be from the city, or out around the bay, but every Newfoundlander uses a chummy every day. And sometimes every night. Well, I'm gonna tell a story, boys, I know you like to hear. It's all about some friends of mine who went out on a tear. There was Edgar, Mike and Danny, and Terence, Shay and Bill. They headed out for Lameline Wig behind the wheel. Billy had a bottle aboard and he passed it all around. The radio was blasting as they drank the liquor down. They had no mix, they drank it straight, but nobody minded a bit. They threw the empty bottle out when they got the pork chop hit. About half an hour later, they arrived at Aubrey's place. When Aubrey opened up the door, a smile come on his face. Come in, said he, and have a drink. There's lots of booze in here. Sure, what will be your pleasure? Is it whiskey, rum, or beer? Well, they all went in and had a drink, and they mixed them fairly strong. And Terence said to Aubrey, we can't stay very long. We just dropped in to have a drink and to share a yarn or two. We're heading her back to Fortune, we got other things to do. Well, they headed her back to Fortune, but Billy stayed behind. And little did he know what the others had on their mind. They went out on a caper, their appetites to fill. They couldn't pull the caper off, so they came back for Bill. When Billy crawled aboard of the car, he was looking kind of weak. But they gave him a drink of Aubrey's rum and it brought him to his feet. Bill looked up at Terence, said, where are we going now? We're heading her back to Fortune and we're going to kill a cow. Well, they parked the car in front of the barn, went in and got the cow. They all agreed to kill her, but no one knew just how. Old Danny tied her onto the fence, and to everyone's surprise, he took the jack from the back of the car and he struck her between the eyes. Well, he hit her a dozen times or more, but the end result was nil. He knew he couldn't kill her, so he passed the jack to Bill. When Bill looked at the cow and she hung down her dreary head, he struck her once between the eyes and killed her stone dead. Well, they skinned her and they chopped her up and threw her in the back. But they left the quarter on the ground and the tail was still intact. They left the quarter on the ground and to satisfy their greed, they headed off the Hornhouse Road to have themselves a feed. Well, they broke into a cabin and they threw the meat in the pan. Sure, everyone was hungry, but they had lots for every man. They had a feed and fell asleep up on the cabin floor. Next morning found the cabin owner standing in the door. Well, they all confessed to killing the cow and the court date it was set. But the thought of spending time in jail and frightened the boys to death. The owner dropped the charges, but the courts did not agree. So they all appeared before the judge and handed in their plea. Now one of the boys went to jail for the cow and other crimes, but the rest of the boys got away with $100 fine. And as they left the courtroom, they said right then and there, we better keep clear of the cattle boys when we're out on a tear. Yeah, we better keep clear of the cattle boys when we're out on a tear. Well, Maggie, we finally made it to St. John's. Get out that map, Blanc. Show me where Costco's at, would you? Well, I'm riding around in old St. John's. I don't know where I'm at. I'm after running 2 red lights and almost killed a cat. I'm weaving round the potholes and I'm bouncing off the curbs. There's too many drivers on the road and they're getting on me nerves. What did he say that fell over there? We're trying to get up to Costco where everything's on sale. We need some fruit and chicken wings and a case of ginger ale. We got lost out in paradise and put her to the floor. Now I'm in a great big circle and I don't know what it's for. Well, I'm stuck here in the roundabout, going round and round, I can't get out. The wife is shouting at me 'cause I'm going way too fast. They're giving me the finger and I don't know where to turn. If I don't soon get out of here, I might run out of gas. Well, I hit the brakes and took a right. On the car would drive. The both of us are dizzy, but at least we're still alive. The wife looks like she saw a ghost and didn't say a thing. I finally got me bearings, now we're on the outer ring. Hospital we closed, Maggie, for we said this. Well, we're heading for the east end now, 'cause that's where Costco's to. And you won't believe what happened next, but I swear to God it's true. We got lost up by the airport, and the wife let out a roar. There's another bloody circle, but he's smaller than before. Well, we're in another roundabout, go round and round, I can't get out. Every time I tries to turn, there's someone in me way. I slammed me fist down on the dash, to wonder that we didn't crash. I headed for the outer ring and back around the bay. Well, I'm gonna warn you now that if you ever goes to town, make sure you got a GPS to find your way around. There's too many one-way streets in there and too many ins and outs. And whatever you do, stay away from those bloody roundabouts. Whatever you do, steer clear of those bloody roundabouts.
leave safe harbor, heading for the fishing grounds, unknown waters again. Then she waves goodbye to her friends on shore, steaming with a northern wind. The waves they roll and the wind's picking up and the night is coming on fast. She turns her back to the island shore, through the high waves she will blast. It's up she rises, the water rolls off of her deck. Up she rises, guided through the sea by her Captain Jack. Up she rises, she's headed straight into the wind. Up she rises, she goes back down but she rises again. And the waters they glisten with the rising sun. The captain says, all men on deck, there's a day's work to be done. We climb the rails and we hit the deck to reach the fishing grounds at last. We'll work today and hear the captain say there's a windstorm coming up fast. It's up she rises, the water rolls up her deck. Up she rises, guided through the sea by her Captain Jack. Up she rises, she's headed straight into the wind. Up she rises, she goes back down but she rises again. For home, to a harbor safe and warm. Through a restless night we toss and turn in the winds and the waves of a storm. In a northern gale and a 10-foot swell, she's a-cutting through the mighty sea. And the sound of the song is heard from below, the men you can hear them sing. It's up she rises, the water rolls off her deck. Up she rises, guided through the sea by her Captain Jack. Up she rises, she's headed straight into the wind. Up she rises, she goes back down but she rises again. Up she rises, that water rolls off of her deck. Up she rises, guided through the sea by her Captain Jack. Up she rises, she's headed straight into the wind. Up she rises, she goes back down but she rises again. All right. Not enough money that's made in this world you could put into my hand, that could pay for the memories and the places I've seen as I travel around Newfoundland. From the beauties of Grossmorn and Western Brook and the great view from Lobster Cove Head, to breathe the salt air as I walk on the sand, hear waves as I lay in my bed. They fished on the Grand Banks and fought in the wars. Our forefathers stood where we stand. Let's cherish their memories till the day that we die. We thank you in all our we say. Many footsteps that went before mine, they worked hard to live on this land. With their make and break engines and size on the hay, we thank you for our Newfoundland. You picked up your rifles and answered the call, and traveled to some foreign land. Though faced with great odds You stood proud and tall and fought for our home, Newfoundland. They fished on the Grand Banks and fought in the wars. Our forefathers stood where we stand. Let's honor their memories till the day that we die. We thank you and on guard we stand. We are as we go on our way. I wonder if we understand the sacrifice made and the hardships endured so we could live free on this land. They fished on the Grand Banks and fought in the wars. Our forefathers stood where we stand. Let's honor their memories till the day that we die. We thank you and on guard we stand. Let's honor their memories till the day that we die. We thank you and on guard we stand. Yes, we thank you for our